Hey guys, Matt here. So things have been pretty chaotic the last few weeks. The beginning of May, we got hit with a really bad hailstorm. All right, so I'm sure some of you guys are used to hail like that. I'm not. We've never got that kind of hail around here. So to have inch and a half, inch and three-quarter hail falling, that was insane. I think we had 70 to 90-mile-an-hour winds, and then hail like that. It was wild. There's 6-foot diameter trees just laid over people's front yards and knocking porches off of houses, and there was flooding. I think there was 4 inches of rain within like an hour, something like that. It was wild. And then 2 weeks after that, we had another big windstorm that come through, and then another storm that night that had a bunch of tornadoes about 10 miles from the house. That's entirely too close for me. So it's been very hectic since the storm. Now we had roof damage, siding damage, there's window damage, gutter damage, the normal kind of hail damage you would get. My wife's Equinox was outside. It just killed that thing. We bought it back, but it's got dents. It totaled it. So things have been kind of chaotic. It took insurance 28 days just to get an adjuster out here. So that was a whole month of me hearing contractors tell me, good luck, your insurance is garbage, you know. And so stressing about that and just trying to come out here and get motivated, I was struggling. So this is what I was working on before the hailstorm hit, and then kind of where I'm at now. So check this out. Alright, so basically what I've been working on was I was working on getting the 3-piece spoiler to line up the way it should. Now the center section is off of ADZ28, the trunk lid's off of another car. So you're trying to get 3 different cars to fit right. I had to shim the trunk a little bit differently. I had to realign it. So we got it looking pretty good. And that helped with this, but this piece was still higher than that one. It basically stair stepped across the car. So I got that aligned up better. And then I got the thickness. It was a little bit wider on the end pieces in the center. There we go. As you can see, it does line up pretty good now. It's not perfect yet, but I do think it looks a lot better. Kind of the same thing with this one. Like I said, stair stepped. This part was actually higher than this part, so I had to do some work to try to get those to even out. There was a few waves between like the supports that are in the spoiler. There were waves, so I kind of had to do a little bit of block sanding there to kind of put a little bit of filler and block it. Same thing on the back, just to kind of smooth it up a little bit more. It wasn't terrible, but I figured while I'm here, go ahead and do it. As far as what I'm talking about with the inner support, this is what I mean. As you can see, inside the spoiler, you have like the little ribs. And it's kind of like in the middle of each one of these was a low spot. So that's what I had to work on. So that's kind of where I've been at. My head just has not been in the game as far as like the car goes or any kind of car work. My head's been, got to get the house fixed, got to figure everything out. So now that things are starting to go, get more normal and flatten back out again, I get my head, I can kind of stop thinking about all that stuff and get focused on, the car and to get back at it. So I plan to do better. I will say that I think while I'm doing this part and doing the block sand and body work, like, I'll try to update you as, hey, this is how this is going, but weekly videos, probably going to have to fall back for a little bit just because I don't want to keep showing you me sanding. After a while, that gets old. Like, I might throw some shorts out there or something, but I'll definitely keep you posted on progress as we make it. But I just, like I said, I want to do quality over quantity. I'd rather give you something like worth seeing than something that's like, hey, that's pretty cool, but whatever. So going to definitely try to invest time back out here getting this done because it's looking really good and I want to see it done, but I don't want to try to force myself to get this done and do something else to try to make sure I have a video to show you when I could take all that time to put on something that would get me a lot farther. So just bear with me. I'm still trying to figure this all out, and I'm still trying to get my head back in the game. But I do appreciate you guys kind of hanging out and checking in to see the updates and progress. But I'll catch you guys in the shop next time. See you guys.